the opening of Summersales Cemetery. Welcome. I can see there's lots of town councillors, East Sussex County councillors, funeral directors, members of the public.
With the Parish Council.
Brilliant to see you. We're actually on your land.
We're on your land.
So so it's great that you've come as well. Church leaders and of course all the wonderful staff as well who've been actually integral. It's a real honour to open this wonderful site. Actually, it was my last day as mayor, so it's my last speech. I've been given very clear instructions not to tell any jokes with the opening of the cemetery. It is obviously a very grave business. That is it. I promise that is it. So all I'm going to do indulge me, while I just touch on some of the history, some of the new features of this cemetery, and of course, most importantly, some thank yous. So Herne Cemetery has been the town council's sole cemetery for over 100 years. But obviously that has a limited amount of space, and the council, as always, is very organised and didn't want to avoid any last minute scrambles. So we actually purchased this land, chose this site way back in 2012. It's a large 4-hectare site, and it should last the town for well over 150 years. Although that does depend on how many houses are built, I guess, in that time, and how far the town expands. But anyway, you can see it's a beautiful large site, so it should last us some time. Right back from 2012, a committee of councillors was set up, and it's great to see Councillor Kay Moss, I think, is the only original member of that committee. So great to see you here today. Planning permission was granted in 2013, and phase 1 of the works, which was basically, doing the car park, doing the drainage, positioning this main entrance, that all actually didn't take place to late 2015. And then we employed a company, I don't think I've seen them today, CDS, Cemetery Development Services. That was actually when I first got involved, and I remember I think their manager, Justin Smith, coming and presenting to us all the services that they will offer, designing the actual cemetery where everything's going to go, and their role was really key. And actually in 2019 there was the phase 2 general site works, where all those grey foundations you can see down there on the right were actually put into place, and a lot of work was done. And Agrifactures, which is a local company based in Heathfield, they did a lot of that work. And if you come back in a month's time, you'll see our wildflower meadows, which is going to be absolutely beautiful, full of colour, and really wonderful. And during that time we also had to put deer mitigation in. They did obviously attack and eat a few things, but actually we've got a great site now, and protection. Anyone who lives in Crowborough would know about that. Now COVID obviously came in 2020, and that did cause a little break, and that time the council was really thinking very carefully about the type of building it wanted for contemplation. And we did go out to tender on some initial designs, but in the end we did decide to pause for a while with rising costs, etc. And then CDS came back to us in June 22 with a modular design for contemplation buildings, and the committee decided to do that in the summer of 23. And then it was actually Vertis, the company that came from September 23 and was awarded the contract for installing that. And since then, 24-25, it's just been finishing that building, installing it, putting things like the AV system, getting chairs, etc. And other local companies, including High Wheeled Furniture, Ashdown AV and Lot Design, were very much involved. So I think we have ended up with a beautiful, stunning site, and I really do hope this will be a site of quiet, careful contemplation as people remember loved ones, but in such a beautiful setting. And actually, unlike Herne, this cemetery has 3 new additions. Firstly, on this side you can see we'll have natural burials, which I understand are very popular. And also you can see on this side, just behind, just on the left-hand side, we're going to be having family gardens, which people can purchase and obviously have for many generations. And the third new addition is a scattering garden where remains can be scattered in a very careful and considerate way. So that's something new that we've brought to this site, which hopefully I'm sure will be appreciated by residents of Crowborough and of course Withyham and all the local area. But obviously it's really important to say thank you. And of course, need to thank all the councillors involved over the 13 years. And it's great to have the Deputy Mayor here, Natalie Whittle, who currently chairs allotments and cemeteries. And of course, Richard Jory, who's been on allotment cemeteries and the Working Party, along with Peter Bucklish and Councillor Everett as well. Nearly I scribbled my name, I couldn't even read my own writing. The last little thing. And of course, it's great to have our ex-mayor, Greg Rose, who was involved particularly during the COVID and was very much involved in the Working Party during that time. It is important to obviously thank all the staff, particularly Caroline Miles, who we recognise a key role over the last 16 years, particularly obviously as clerk over the last few years. And it's really important over the next few weeks we pay tribute to Caroline and all her great work as she retires at the end of this month. It's amazing how fast time has come, but we wish you all the best for the future. It's also vital to thank the grounds team led by head groundsperson James Webber. They have done an incredible job. You know, so much of this site is also due to their hard work, and they've become experts. And I'm not sure we've sold your expertise yet, and there's potential here. But all these wonderful resin paths that you've now been fully trained on, and you can make to such a, and this drive as well, to such a high standard, this wonderful surface. So it's been brilliant. You've been so professional, and all the planting and maintenance you've done, it all looks amazing. And I guess you're thinking, gosh, all the work you've got to do over the next few months and years at maintaining this quite, large site. But thank you so much for everything you've done. Thank you for Lisa Gibson, who looks after all the facilities, for getting this building ready and finished on time. And of course, Karen Wiles, our communication and website manager, who has also produced the wonderful brochures that you'll be able to see inside. And of course, Claire Campbell and Claire Gilbert, our cemetery officers, absolutely vital roles, and particularly Claire, who has spent hours and hours mapping this whole and measuring this whole site to make sure that we know to the precise centimetre where everyone is buried. That is one of the jobs you simply cannot get wrong. But I must be honest, most gratitude really, and Caroline actually even emailed me on Friday to make sure I do mention Melanie Street, Deputy Clerk, and make sure you were very keen. You said do not underplay her role in this. Melanie Street has been managing the project for the council from 2018, and you've done a wonderful job liaising with councillors. I think we could be honest and say we have some great ideas, we have some bad ideas, and we have some average ideas, and you have to sort of help manage, and we often change our mind as well. So there's been chasing contractors, which I know has been quite a full-on job and does take quite a lot of time. Managing the budget, Peter, which we have kept to, you'll be pleased to know, with great accuracy. Dealing with setbacks, I'm not going to do a catalogue, but there has been a few. I say stress, never her fault, but dealing with those with such positivity and determination. I've seen the hard work and dedication and the real care and the ownership you really had for this project. So it's absolutely must thank you for that. And I think we should give a round of applause to everyone who's been so involved with the success.